Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Cape Rugby TV. Nice to have you with us. Decro behind me in all its glory. Decro is, of course, official paint partner to Cape Rugby TV. Well, they, of course, bring paint to life. Don't forget, we're going to bring you your Decro DIY tips. We've got Jerome here in studio with us, and he's giving us a little bit of DIY for club rugby. So keep watching, because club rugby needs a little bit of DIY during the preseason. Folks are still figuring it out, how to get ready for the league. But the story is that the vast majority of clubs are now, of course, back in action. They're busy with preseason, busy sorting out their coaching structures, their management structures, their captaincy structures, making sure the fields are ready for play. Of course, one of the things that is really important for any club that is out there at the moment is, of course, that they know what the laws are for rugby coming up. And, of course, recently we heard that there were some law changes. Jerome's going to have to explain it to me, because that's our DIY section. So, Jerome, you had a Western Province Rugby law change workshop last week at Sports Science Institute. What does that mean? What does that mean for club rugby? Are the laws different?
I think the laws are still the same. The refs were actually reffing the high tackles last season.
So the laws haven't changed?
It's still the same.
Still the same laws?
The only change now is the ball carrier. If his head is lower than his hips and he runs into contact, he can get penalized. So it's not only the tackler, the ball carrier can also get penalized now. So that's basically the only thing. And then another thing.
Hang on. Let me just try and understand this. So you guys did a workshop. All the clubs were there. The ball carrier. So if I'm carrying the ball, I can get into trouble. I can get penalized playing rugby if my head is lower than my hips.
Yeah. So in coaching, we always tell the guys, when you carry the ball, you must go low. So,
yeah.
So now the law has changed that you can't go that low anymore.
So I've got to run upright with the ball.
Yeah, so that you can get tackled back.
So you can get tackled backwards.
Yeah.
Can I be horizontal? Can I be in a straight line?
You can be in a straight line.
But I'm not allowed to go downwards.
You can go down, but your head can't be lower than your hips. Because there was for example, I was joking because they had a photo of three women players. So the woman with long hair.
Yeah.
So if the hair is over the head and it's lower, it's almost touching the ground, then that's penalized.
Okay, so
it's just an explanation.
I'm trying to understand why these laws, if you say that that's the first law, I'm trying to understand why on earth it has been changed. I could maybe think that is it got anything to do with injury prevention?
It is with injury prevention, because there's a few ex-players now in England who's suing World Rugby.
Okay, all right. So it could be about injury prevention. Is it maybe about the fact that if you take the ball, people are kind of dipping down so that they can just pass the ball easier onto their team?
Yeah, JP. So I think Joey, the sort of head of the referees, he actually made it clear to the referees that, look, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
We don't want, the law has changed. It's still rugby. So just keep it, if you don't unnecessary, if you're not sure, just play on.
All right, so the one of the laws is your head can't be lower than your hips. All right, so remember, you've got to keep your hips low. What is the other, what else has been changed?
The tackle law is that if you tackle, you know what the sternum is here.
Yeah.
So if you tackle on the sternum now, then it's penalized. So you must also tackle on the hips, basically. So
on the hips?
That's, yeah, so they're not allowed now. Before it was if you touch the shoulders, now it's on the sternum, and you're not allowed to touch even the head.
So you've got to be...
You have to have that, I mean, that's basic common sense. When you do tackle technique, that's what you teach the players to do.
Right, so is it above... Is that penalizable?
It's penalizable.
If you tackle above chest height?
So you know, before you had like tackle the guy on the ball so that he can't offload.
Yeah.
So now you can't.
But what if he's holding the ball like around his stomach?
No, you can tackle there. That's fine, but you can't go low.
So if I'm a rugby player,
you can't go high up.
So all I need to do if I'm a ball carrier is make sure that I'm carrying the ball at shoulder height.
That's exactly.
And there's no ways that you can then stop me from distributing the ball because I'm carrying the ball around shoulder height?
I have a different. I think if you coach it properly now, and obviously you ball carrier, you actually have to, like, you don't run onto a stump, you run onto the branches. So this is a branch arm and this is a branch. So it will encourage coaches more to play into space and to offload. So you can have more rugby playing instead of being on the floor. That can also be.
Do you
it's
think,
difficult.
all right, so, well, you just said it's difficult. That was going to be my next question. Do you think it's going to be easy enough? Because, I mean, you're explaining two laws. It doesn't sound like it's too difficult to actually do this. Is make sure that your head's not below your hips, and make sure that you basically tackle somebody lower than the chest. You can still tackle the legs, huh?
Yeah, look, it is difficult because I would say if you take a guy like Dion Fourie would like this law, because if I run upright and I can't go lower, then he's just going to push me down and going to steal the ball.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you can't go that low and place the ball anymore.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you're too low, you're going to get penalized. But like I say, I don't think it's that much of a difference. It's just how the referee is going to interpret it.
All right, folks. Yep. It's,
and then the other one was, sorry,
yeah,
the other one was
another law.
The other law was.
How many laws were there in total?
That was just the three. So
Three
the
laws.
other one was
Okay.
the 50-22, which has been playing international rugby.
What is
so
50-22? Explain to us.
So if you inside your inside the half, your half, inside your half,
right,
and you kick the ball and it lands in the player field and it roll out in the 22. It's your ball again. The line out. So if I kick the ball, and I kick it out, then my team got a benefit of getting the line out.
So we're going to see a lot more kicking for the corner.
Yeah.
Basically from far away, you're going to see much more kicking for the corner. It's like,
so
you can kick for basically you can kick for position.
That's basically, you can get position back again.
Is that not going to be then a new dynamic for clubs? I mean, you're going to start looking for specialist kickers. You're going to look for guys that can target the space in the 22 and can put it out at a distance because you can gain 50, 60 meters.
Yeah, look, one good thing that I said last week to the coaches, it will suit our players because we've got skillful flyers. You see how they can kick naturally for poles and how they kick out of hand. Some of them are better than the professional guys. So that will help the guys also because they've got this natural skill.
Yeah.
So they can get the ball back.
All right. Well, it definitely sounds interesting. We're going to have to get some of your referee specialists. Yeah.
The biggest problem now that I say is that your field have to be marked properly so that you can see the lines.
Oh yeah, maybe you're going to have to make high flags and things, like big flags, because otherwise you don't really know where you're kicking to. But but this is going to be very interesting then from a positional play point of view, because I would imagine playing places like UCT or City Park or Goodwood, or the wind that blows there, it's going to become a one-side game.
No, definitely, it's.
I mean, if you're playing with the wind, you're going to be looking for. So it also means that you're going to be constantly positioning your wings and your fullback right onto the edges to protect the line.
That is actually what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So you're going to be in no man's land if you're in between. Like if you wing press up too hard and he's sort of in the line, you can just use that and kick it there.
Which also means that you end up playing with less players in the middle of the field because you're going to have to take 3 of your players and sacrifice them. So we're basically saying that rugby is going to become, to a certain degree, a 12-man game.
Yeah, before.
By the way, I'm just having. Right, folks, as you can see, we're having a bit of fun here. MChem 24-hour pharmacies on board with Cape Rugby TV. MChem is, of course, open 24/7, 7 days a week, and have got multiple zones inside the pharmacy, from the orthopedic and surgical zone to the health zone, the supplement zone. Downstairs are the dispensaries. You can go in there anytime. They've got qualified nursing sisters on duty to help you all the time. Don't forget about their wound care clinic. If maybe you've had a plaster change, and you need your wound to be changed. And of course, don't forget that they've launched the new IV clinic. It is upstairs at MChem. I'm personally going to go try it myself because I'd like to see that if I can get this vitamin and mineral boost in my body, it's going to give me so much more energy. This is something that they are going to advise me on with their expert nursing sisters and doctors to advise me about how to do IV, intravenous vitamins. That's going to be so exciting. Folks, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll carry on talking club rugby. Back in a sec.